With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 3 of 4.
Etc.
Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine now. Russia, just go home.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Chương trình của chúng tôi cung ứng nhiều ngôn ngữ. Xin xem suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Or sirs, by asserting that virtue is not a thing to be taught, why are we making it unreal? For if teaching produces it, the deprivation of teaching prevents it. Please continue watching for an engaging philosophy from Plutarch, vegetarian.
Vegan, you don't have to pay the damage to health.
O Gaza, all lands belong to the Lord, not any grabber. Live in love with your neighbors, not die in horror.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Kalimera. This is good day in Greek, one of the languages spoken by the Arbanite people. I am Theodore. The amiable Arbanites appreciate all that you do to help make this world a better place, especially your vegan lifestyle, which can bring long-standing peace and happiness to our world through kindness to all beings. We walk with you along this noble lifestyle. Welcome to the benefits of being virtuous. Selections from Morals by Plutarch, Vegetarian, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. The Czech Republic is one of them.
Czech Republic Animal Welfare Act. The Czech Republic's Animal Welfare Act protects vertebrate animal people from cruelty with fines of up to 20,000 euros and up to 3 years incarceration.
Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
Plutarch, Vegetarian, was a renowned Greek Platonist, philosopher, and historian of the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. Born in Chaironia, Boeotia, Plutarch embarked on a remarkable career as a philosopher, priest, and statesman. His influential writings, inspired by classical Greek philosophers like Plato, vegetarian, and Aristotle, vegetarian, span a wide range of subjects, including ethics, religion, and biography, making him one of the most versatile thinkers of his era. Plutarch's emphasis on virtue ethics and the pursuit of wisdom as the path to a meaningful life has placed him among the great moralists of ancient times. From his celebrated biographies of illustrious Greeks and Romans to his explorations of morals and divinity, Plutarch's writings offer valuable insights into the complexities of human nature and the ethical challenges faced by individuals and societies. Among the writings from Plutarch are parallel lives, morals, and collections of series of books and essays. As a compassionate vegetarian, Plutarch reminded people of the perils of animal people flesh eating. In his essay of the eating of flesh, he stated, "Animals have senses. They have faculties for seeing, hearing, understanding. Is it right to extinguish these faculties? Who knows? But the bodies of animals may contain the souls of deceased men, of a father, brother, or other friend." Plutarch's Morals showcases a collection of essays and transcribed speeches exploring morality, ethics, and character development. It offers timeless wisdom on living a virtuous life. Through engaging speeches and through provoking insights, Plutarch's Morals remains relevant and enlightening, inspiring readers to reflect on the interconnectedness between our actions and the divine and strive for personal upliftment.
Be veg, go green. Keep home earth clean. Survival instinct.
In today's episode, we are delighted to present excerpts of the essay "That Virtue May Be Taught" from Morals by Plutarch, vegetarian, translated by Arthur Richard Sciletto in the book Plutarch's Morals. That virtue may be taught. As to virtue, we deliberate and dispute whether good sense and justice and rectitude can be taught, and then we are not surprised that while the words of orators and pilots and musicians and house builders and farmers are innumerable, good men are only a name and expression like centaurs and giants and cyclops, and that it is impossible to find any virtuous action without alloy of base motives, or any character free from vice. But if nature produces spontaneously anything good, it is marred by much that is alien to it, as fruit choked by weeds. Men learn to play on the harp, and to dance, and to read, and to farm. They learn how to put on their shoes and clothes generally. People teach how to cook, and all these things cannot be properly performed without being learned. The art of good living alone, though all those things I have mentioned only exist on its account, is untaught, unmethodical, inartistic, and supposed to come by the light of nature. O sirs, by asserting that virtue is not a thing to be taught, why are we making it unreal? For if teaching produces it, the deprivation of teaching prevents it. And yet, as Plato says, a discord and false note on the lyre makes not brother go to war with brother, nor sets friends at variance, nor makes states hostile to one another, so as to do and suffer at one another's hands the most dreadful things. Nor can anyone say that there was ever dissension in any city as to the pronunciation of felkines, nor in a private house any difference between man and wife as to woof and warp, the essential foundation of any structure. And yet no one without learning would undertake to ply the loom, or write a book, or play on the lyre, though he would thereby do not great harm, but he fears making himself ridiculous. For as Heraclitus says, it is better to hide one's ignorance. Yet everyone thinks himself competent to manage a house and the state and hold any magisterial office.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace, so be it.
On one occasion, when a boy was eating rather greedily, Diogenes, ascribing the fault not to the boy who had not learned how to eat properly, but to the tutor who had not taught him. And can one not properly handle a dish or a cup unless one has learned from a boy? As Aristophanes bids us, not to giggle, nor eat too fast, nor cross our legs, and yet be perfectly fit to manage a family and city, and live well and hold office when one has not learned how one should behave in the conduct of life. When Aristippus was asked by someone, "Are you everywhere then?" he smiled and said, "If I am everywhere, I lose my passage money. Why should not you also say, if men are not better for learning, the money paid to tutors is also lost? For just as nurses mold with their hands the child's body, so tutors, receiving it immediately, it is weaned, mold its soul, teaching it by habit the first vestiges of virtue." And the Lacedaemonian, who has asked what good he did as a tutor, replied, "I make what is good pleasant to boys." What then? He that says that the doctor's skill is wanted in the case of a slight skin eruption, or with love but is not needed in the case of pleurisy, fever, or lunacy, in what respect does he differ from the man who says that schools and teaching and precepts are only for small and boyish duties, while great and important matters are to be left to mere routine and accident? For us the man is ridiculous, who says we ought to learn to row, but not to steer. So he who allows all other arts to be learned, but not virtue, seems to act altogether contrary to the sapiens. Still more ridiculous is he who asserts that good sense alone need not be taught, without all other arts are useless and profitless, seeing that she is the mistress and ordered and arranger of all of them, and puts each of them to their proper use. For example, what grace would there be in a banquet, though the servants had been well trained and had learned how to dress and cook, unless there was good order and method among the waiters? For more information, please visit Project Gutenberg, gutenberg.org.
My diet gives me energy, and when I tried giving up dairy, my skin cleared up. There are definitely Health advantages to being veggie. Tahita Balmer, vegetarian.
O Gaza, all lands belong to the Lord, not any grabber. Live in love with your neighbors, not die in horror.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Kind-hearted viewers, thank you for being with us today for words of wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for the benefits of being virtuous. Selections from Morals by Plutarch, Vegetarian, Part 2 of 2. Coming up next is the songs, compositions, and poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan, Part 14 of a multi-part series. Right after noteworthy news. May the twinkling stars in the night sky remind us of our heavenly home.
Be vegan, make peace. Do good deeds. Hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.